Hi everybody, I'm Nettie Kaye. Welcome back to my studio. And today we are going to be starting a new series called How to Become a Real Artist. I'm really excited about this. Up until this point we've done about 102 videos all about various different things. And I've jumped around a lot. We've painted cats and we painted dogs and we painted this, that, and the other thing. And I haven't really focused too much on the principles of art. Well, that's all done for a while. I'm going to actually, if you have a favorite video, you better watch it because I'm going to be taking some of those videos off as we focus on the basic principles of art. I want you to be successful and I want you to have the tools and the arrows in your quiver, if I might say, so that you can be enthusiastic and tackle that next painting with a little bit of confidence, that's for sure. Okay, so what does it take to make a great drawing or a great painting? Well, there's some things that we just need to know. And one of the things, people say, well, if I can't draw, then I can't paint. Well, that's not necessarily true. But the drawing part really is part of the exercising of this muscle up here, okay? If you don't train your brain to connect to your arm, to connect to that pencil or to that paintbrush, and practice the shape of something and the tone of something and the color of something, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. If you don't practice in drawing, it'll be much more difficult to take it to paint. So it's really just training your eye to see something and then to translate it onto a two-dimensional surface. So we're trying desperately to make something look three-dimensional on a two-dimensional surface, right? So there's a few things that we need to learn. For example, first off, we have to get past a particular fear. It's really weird. I have children in my art class. Now, right now I'm teaching a class of age 10 to 14. And I think my youngest in that particular class is 9. And so we're painting a vase with a lemon. I'm making it simple. I said paint a vase and a lemon. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to draw the vase out with watercolor pencils onto canvas. That's the best thing to do. Draw it with watercolor pencils and then overlap your lemon onto the vase. Well, I went around the table and probably a third of the class had done this. They had put the vase down and then the lemon was beside it. They just could not make themselves overlap that lemon onto the vase. It was the craziest thing, and I've seen it numerous times. So we feel that there's safety if I can get the vase just right and I can put the lemon just right, or I stick it right next to each other. There was a lot of that going on. Sticking it next to each other, then that's going to be right. But it isn't. It looks like it's not three-dimensional. So what makes it look three-dimensional? It's overlapping. Overlapping. How do we overlap? Well, as you can see behind me, I can't see the entire vase right there. I put this large vase in the back and I put a smaller little ginger pot in front of it, partially with the other side of the vase sticking out. Now with this side sticking out and this side over here, it looks like it's three-dimensional. And even more than that, I put an egg in front of the little ginger pot. Yay! So it really pushes it back. And then I fuzzed out and lightened up the background and created a table coming forward. And then there's just this little thing off the side. I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not. But you can see how that creates this wonderful three-dimensional quality. On top of that, I have this intense color right here that becomes the focus. So if you have the intense focus of this against this, the lightest light meeting the darkest dark at the sharpest edge, that's where your focus is. That's another lesson. What I'm trying to say is you gotta overlap. So for instance, if I have a painting, and here's the ginger jar right here, okay? Now, if I put, that's going to be, actually this ginger jar I'm going to put the design on, it's going to be super. If I take maybe this little jar that's the same size, sort of, pretty close to the same size, and I put that into the painting, and I put this one exactly at the same level on the painting. I don't know if you can even see that. There's not going to be any three-dimensional about it. It's just going to look like two pieces on the same plane. Now if I put this in front of that, then you can see that that creates the dimensionality. Either way, I can do that. I can put one in front of the other or drop it down just a little bit. I don't want to drop it down to where that sits on the shoulder either. I want to make sure that that overlaps. So practice your drawing. Set up a still life. Every night, you can watch TV and draw at the same time. Set up a little thing on your coffee table and practice overlapping items just with a pencil or watercolor pencil. That's the best. You can do a watercolor on watercolor paper, and you can even use it on, just some mixed media paper. It's really great to start with. So that's my first little suggestion. Remember, we're going to overlap. Now, in our official kickoff next lesson, we're going to do a vase with a piece of fruit, okay? And it'll be easy. Now, I've done the vase by itself before, or the cylinder lesson. So go back and do the cylinder and the sphere lesson. And if you see that, just look for how to paint a cylinder, how to paint a sphere, and you'll have kind of the basis before we get into that. And then we'll make the next lesson is going to be all about our very first lesson on how to paint a still life with just two items, the vase and the fruit. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe. This is going to be life-changing for you, and I'm excited about what we're going to do next time. So thank you guys so much for watching. It means a lot to me. Don't forget to comment and do your homework. Yeah, I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.